not one but two sparkling wines as my wines of the week, especially for Christmas 2018, and the two wines couldn't be more different. Both come from France, it's true, but they come from different regions, they're made from different grape varieties, and they have very different price points too. I'm going to kick off with the least expensive of the two wines. This is the Calvé Crémant de Bordeaux Brut 2016. Now it's in Ocado, regular price $12.49, but until the 1st of January 2019, that price has dropped to $8.99. So at $8.99, it's a real kind of, fighting against the Cavas and the Proseccos, and I think makes a very good case for this wine. Unusual blend in that it blends Cabernet Franc and Semillon. Now those are two very traditional grapes of the Bordeaux area, but we don't see them in sparkling wines from elsewhere. So made in the traditional method with second fermentation in individual bottles, and on the nose, well, it's about the kind of florals and the crunchy, fresh apple lift, this wine. It's very much focused on that freshness of fruit, though there is a little bit of that biscuity background from the aging on the lees in bottle. And in the palate, well, it's lovely, it is a fresh, abundantly fresh, herby, floral, citrus and apple style of wine. It's kind of moved on from Prosecco's sheer fruitiness to give you that extra little bit of leesy weight, but it has that fresh, crisp, crunchy, easy drinking appeal. Finishing dry, it's a Brut wine, and a really good, I would say, party wine for Christmas at $8.99 a bottle, but a very good all-rounder actually. It's a very quality little wine at $8.99. Now the one thing I wanted to show was the difference in colour of these two wines. If I hold this piece of paper behind, the camera might just be able to pick up that the second wine here is so much richer, darker, more golden in colour. This is the L'Armandier Bernier Vieille Vigne de Levant Grand Cru Extra Dry Blanc de Blanc from the 2009 vintage. Now it's 2009 as opposed to 2016, which first of all gives you the idea that this wine has been aged for a long time in bottle. It also comes from Grand Cru vineyards. It is a Blanc de Blanc, so it's all Chardonnay, and it is extra dry with only 2 grams per litre of residual sugar. So in other words, an almost bone dry style of champagne. It's a grower champagne made by a couple called L'Armandiers, and they are using vineyards which are very, very old. Vineyards here between 50 and 90 years old in this cuvée, and they farm biodynamically. On the nose, well, it has 10 times the complexity of this wine. It is almost 10 times the price, I guess, but it has such an involving nose. Not only is there brioche and biscuit, plenty of that, but there's a kind of burnished toffee character in there. There's also a lovely freshness of fruit, and there's a kind of earthiness. I don't know if this couple ferment their wines with indigenous yeasts, but it has that slightly kind of wild yeast earthiness to the character. Really involving, really beautiful. On the palate, well, that richness is there. Remembering that this is almost zero sugar, it is dry, but it is not mean. It has a lot of kind of weight and texture, a lovely kind of breadth. Again, more of that biscuit from the aging, but a lovely kind of rounded yellow fruit character that makes it a real pleasure to drink before a decisive, salty, mineral, saline acidity that pushes through to the end. This is a wine with such intensity and concentration that I'd recommend you have it with your Christmas turkey or any other poultry. It has that kind of body and it has that kind of power, but it's a delightful wine for the connoisseur, I guess, because it sells for £70 per bottle from Woodwinters, who are online and have stores in Scotland. And there are a number of other retailers. I'll put the list just at the end of the video. So there we have it. You pays your money and you take your choice. The Calvé, a very easy drinking, inexpensive wine of high quality, or the L'Armandier Bernier, a super deluxe champagne for a special treat. These are my wines of the week.